This was a dance film unlike any other dance film I've seen, given that it was underwater, almost completely underwater. I love that they were able to make themselves look as if they were casually walking, as if they were on solid ground, but underneath the water. It was a really peaceful, really beautiful film to watch, and the dancing style was really amazing. I loved how they were nude costumes, so it felt very natural and beautiful. It was raw and really showed that raw human connection. I thought that the dancers had amazing chemistry, and you could feel that connection that they had with each other. And um, it also had sort of an atmosphere as if they were in the womb, that sort of creation, beginning of life feeling, especially some of the shapes that they were making with their bodies underwater. It felt as if they were mimicking, the fetal position in the womb or something like that, which I thought was an interesting take. And then I also loved the end where it looks like the dancer is looking into a pool of water from which she came.
This was a very beautiful piece, quite well done. Obviously, an aesthetic built around water, but I thought that the counterbalance between water and light worked really well with the two performers. Obviously, their performance had a lot of great synergy that I thought really reflected sort of thematic ideas about water and about sort of humans and nature that I thought gave it a good symbolic and thematic backdrop, excuse me, to the overall piece and their performance that I thought really worked well. And I ended up just feeling like it had a very spiritual and ethereal feel and mood that felt very meditative, and I thought their performances worked well to reflect that.
Gorgeous dance short. The concept to immerse both dancers in water was brilliant. Thus, each movement was so graceful. What also set the film apart for me was the use of bright lighting through the water. The rays of light and the glowing bubbles were just stunning, and the choreography of the dancers was subtly dramatic. They were both very soulful in their performances. The heartfelt musical score really worked well too.
I think Entre deux means like between two waters or in between waters. And I think you present that right off the bat. This is a piece filmed in water. I think the movement is filmed. I mean, the movement is very fluid, but the way that it's filmed, you really get this double aspect where it's above the water, it's in the water, it's back and forth. The angles are really different. I think it was a really interesting take, because when you're using water as a motif with dance, it can almost be it's very freeing, but there are limitations, and I think adding this actual water layer in these different shots adds a whole lot to it and makes it really, really dynamic.
It's like they're underwater and walking on water at the same time. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. At times, it appears that they are actually underwater, and sometimes I wonder, is this an optical illusion created with just lighting and just their movement is made to appear that they're underwater? And then there's also parts of this that are so clear that they are underwater, like with the blowing air into each other's mouths, and we see the bubbles. But if they are underwater, I'm curious as to how they achieve this, how the performers managed this sort of breathing control, how this was shot to look so fluid. It just makes you question a lot about the whole production as a whole, which was very intriguing.
I love the opening with the underwater shot. Well, I wrote that down when I saw it. Then I realized the whole thing was that way. So I love this, but it was tricky. I wasn't quite sure if it was underwater at first point. I mean, at the first, I thought it was, and then it looked like they were underwater upside down, and then they were underwater right side up. I wasn't really sure. And then it looked like they were standing on the water. So it had me tricked. I really liked it a lot. I thought the music was beautiful. The piano, I really liked the piano. I was impressed with the performances, and I really liked the choreography and the story.